Hello everyone, my name is Simon Buchman and this is the JIC Research Edge. I'm joined today by David Theobald, Fixed Income Portfolio Manager, and he's going to talk to us today about the yield curve and its ability to predict economic recessions. Before we begin though, David, talk to us a little bit about what exactly is the yield curve?
Sure. The interest rate or yield that you get for owning a U.S. Treasury bond is your compensation as an investor for lending money to the U.S. government. The yield curve is just an aggregation of the different interest rates you receive for owning U.S. Treasury debt at different maturities. For example, you might get paid 2% interest annually for owning a bond that matures in 2 years, or 4% interest annually for owning a bond that matures in 30 years. Typically, in most situations, investors get paid more interest for lending money for longer periods of time. In this situation, we'd say the yield curve is normal and upwardly sloping.
Okay.
However, there are some situations where investors get paid the same amount of interest for owning shorter dated and longer dated debt. In this situation, we would say the yield curve is flat.
Okay.
There are even some times where you can get a higher interest rate for lending money for shorter periods than you can for lending money for longer periods. This situation we would call a yield curve inversion.
So David, how is the yield curve used as an economic indicator and how might that help in predicting a recession?
Sure. So under normal circumstances, when the economy is expected to grow, the yield curve will be positively sloped, with investors demanding more interest to lend money for longer periods of time. However, if the yield curve flattens or inverts, that suggests that the economic picture is darkening or that short-term interest rates have risen to the point where they might choke off economic growth in the future. This typically happens later on in a Federal Reserve rate hiking cycle, such as the environment we're in today. Doesn't necessarily mean that a recession is imminent, but it does suggest an economic downturn is getting closer. It might occur within the next couple years. There's no single indicator that has been an accurate predictor of recessions 100% of the time, but historically the yield curve has been one of the more reliable tools for investors to use to gauge the future health of the economy.
Well, thanks for your time, David, and thanks for watching at home. This has been the JIC Research Edge. If you have any further questions about the economy or its impact on your portfolio, reach out to your team at Johnson or contact our website, johnsoninv.com.